I know that I predominantly talk about FC26 career mode on this channel, and the majority of my viewers are mainly offline players, but I thought I'd do something different today and talk about Ultimate Team. I know that to the career mode community, the words Ultimate Team may send shivers down your spine and cringe through your veins due to how bad the game mode is nowadays. I've personally not played Ultimate Team for about 10 years now, but once upon a time, it was something that I used to enjoy. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what parts of Ultimate Team have been ruined over the years by EA, and I also redesigned the game mode to show what I would do personally to make it a lot better. These concepts took a while to make, so I hope that you enjoy. And if you are an offline player like myself, don't click off the video, as I did design a mode that feels more realistic and stripped back, something that I think would be more appealing to us career mode players, but also to the online crowd as well. So if you do miss the more simple and fun Ultimate Team of previous times, then I think you'll agree with a lot of my ideas. So to structure the video, I'm going to bullet point everything that I would change about Ultimate Team, and every now and again I'm going to throw in a visual concept to show you how I design an online game mode to be proud of if I was working at EA. So let's start with gameplay, which should be the main part of the mode, but in recent years it feels like it isn't. I'll talk more later in the video about how we can simplify Ultimate Team and put more emphasis on just playing the games and enjoying yourself, but gameplay needs to be better, of course. It's currently a ping-pongy mess, but EA this year decided to split gameplay into competitive and authentic modes. Now, for those who want to play an arcadey game, competitive gameplay is in every mode, so happy days for those people, but if you want a more realistic experience, there's no place for you in the online space, as authentic gameplay is only in career mode. I would think that adding an option to play authentic games in Ultimate Team would be easy for EA. Basically, you just choose what type of gameplay you want to play, and then you get matched up against other people that want to do the same thing. It sounds really simple, to be honest, and it means that both people who want to play realistic and arcadey can both enjoy the mode. Oh, and by the way, I'd love to hear your suggestions in the comments. What would you like to see added or changed in FC26 Ultimate Team? Whether you're an online player who wishes something was in the game, or an offline player who would maybe consider playing Ultimate Team if it was better, what would you do differently? And also a like would be really appreciated on the video to help support the channel, and subscribe if you aren't already. So not only has the gameplay in Ultimate Team gotten worse over time, but I missed when the mode was basically just divisions. It gave you a clear target and journey that made playing games more fun. Now I feel like the competitiveness of FUT Champions has forced people to play the game in fear of missing out on limited edition rewards and falling behind everyone else playing the game. What comes with the competitive nature is people playing the same way. Whatever is most productive in the game, that's how everyone will play. So there's no originality in the players that you face. Obviously, from EA's perspective, they want people hooked on their games, so this is all working okay for them. But from a player's perspective, it doesn't make the game enjoyable when you're just grinding through games. You hear that word a lot with the Ultimate Team community, the word grind. Even the menus have tasks like squad builder challenges that you just have to grind through. I get rid of all of that. This is a video game that's meant to be enjoyable, not a 9-to-5 job that you just grind through. But unfortunately, everyone wants to win the latest shiny promo card, and again, that just means that they play into the game rather than just taking a breath and actually enjoying playing. And that's my next point, promo. Single-handedly the worst part of Ultimate Team. I understand that this isn't the mode to go for realism, and it never really was, but at some point in the last decade, the game got out of control. Back in the early days of Ultimate Team, you got your base cards and then some informs and team of the seasons. People were pretty happy with that. I was happy getting to the end of a game cycle and being able to afford to buy the base card of just one world-class player. Then Legends got added, and then slowly we got to the stage now where barely none of the promo cards have anything to do with real life. For example, if it's Easter, EA could think, let's make some Easter-themed cards, even if it has nothing to do with football. Let's pick Van Dijk as one of the players, even though he's not having a great season. He's a big name in football, so we'll just use him. Like, it makes no sense at all. They just pick players that sell packs, that's it. To note some of the stupidest cards that actually happened, we had shapeshifters where you had goalkeepers like Hugo Lloris getting upgraded cards playing in midfield, like Ultimate Scream, you know, for Halloween. Again, giving Paul Pogba an upgraded card for what? What's Pogba done in football the last 5 years to warrant a really good card in the game? This is what drives me insane with EA. Basically, any excuse for a promo card and EA will use it because it's the most low effort way of getting people to buy packs, and that's all that they care about. In a perfect world, I'd remove promos. I'd just have base cards and maybe some icons for a bit of nostalgia. You can see that in my first concept here of a squad that I designed. I firstly remade the cards to actually look like cards, not just shields. With promos being removed, I'd also add a few more colours. I've given the top players in the game blue cards, or platinum as you could call them. So basically gold cards are 75 to 84 rated players, and anyone 85 or above gets a blue card. Also below bronze, you have maroon cards for players rated less than 55, which by the way are the players that I think you should start with. I opened Ultimate Team up just to get inspiration for these concepts and to help me with this video, and I got gifted 5 gold cards in my starter team from the get-go. Absolute nonsense. You should start with the worst of the worst and build your way up to a decent squad. That way, you're going to use more players and appreciate the players that you have. I've also here just made icons and heroes the same thing because why not? And also use examples of past great players that aren't in the game currently. You can also see a manager here with a rating too, which I think would be good for the game. And finally, you may have noticed that this team only has men in it, and that's because you can switch to your women's team right here. Which leads me to my next point, women in Ultimate Team. Now, I have no issue with them being included in the game, but having mixed teams is absolutely ridiculous. I know that having icons running around with current players isn't exactly realistic either, but I feel like this is just another level. And there was a much better way of EA incorporating women into their game, and that was giving them their own team. Think about it, every club basically has a men and women's team now, so what is the issue with this? Also, having to build up 2 separate teams would also slow down the power curve, which has been a big issue in the game, and EA have admitted that themselves, so why on earth did you not just use this opportunity instead of opting for mixed teams? Just shows how thoughtless EA really are. Now you have frustrated online players directing their anger at women's football when that shouldn't be the case at all. Just have divisions and events for both male and female teams and let people decide what team they want to play with in their club. It's so simple, EA. What else is there to talk about? Gameplay? Well, I do like the draft game mode as a way to use new players in the game. Evolutions came to the game fairly recently, and I like the idea of developing players in your club, especially in my designed Ultimate Team that doesn't have promo cards. I think being able to grow your players would be useful. Here you can see where you could develop your players. After winning games, getting promoted up the divisions, winning tournaments, etc., you would get squad upgrade points and be able to select which players you want to grow. As you can see here, Jordan James has been upgraded over time, but let's look at some other concepts that I made. Here you can see something new. I talked about not really liking squad building challenges. Well, with this concept, I replaced them with a collection book. Seeing as this is a football card styled game, I think it would fit well. This is something that has been requested a lot by the Ultimate Team community. Here we can see a concept made by someone else of how it would work. So you would complete a collection with all of the cards. You get a reward, whether it's currency or a player or pack or whatever it is. It's something to incentivize collecting as many players as you can. As you can see, the team management and development areas are here too. You can switch between the men and women's teams, but that's just the squad part of the menu. Let's look at the clubs part that I redesigned as well. As you can see here, there are some changes. We've kept the stadium editor in the game, of course, except you can have 2 different stadiums now that you can develop for the women's team and the men's team. You can see some changes on the left here with customized club. This is the next new feature that I want to touch on, and that's having a badge and kit creator in the game. I'm not talking about the underwhelming ones that we have in career mode or clubs. I mean a really detailed customizing experience, because I always found it weird that in Ultimate Team you create your own club, but it doesn't really feel like your club because you're using real life club badges and kits that don't even match most of the time. I feel like something like this would add more character and uniqueness to your club and also every other club that you come up against. Also, 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing here, where you could add that same customization in clubs and create a club career mode as well, so everyone would be a winner. For the badge creator, there needs to be more detail. So for example, editing the text to have your club's name would be nice. Also with the stadium creator, why not have a proper one where your club starts with a tiny stadium and you can build up all the stands yourself. Have the choice between building a traditional looking stadium with 4 different stands or opt for a more modernized stadium in one build. Then if you create a stadium but want to start again with something completely different, you can then use the old stadium for another team in your club because you have both a men and women's team, or you can just sell the stadium and maybe get some money back. Again, the stadium editor could be in clubs and career mode so everybody wins. And as you know, if these things were in Ultimate Team, EA would care about making them the best that they can. In finances, I thought why not have some real life club elements in the game mode as well. So maybe there's some off the pitch things that you can do to generate more income in your club. For example, expanding your stadium or getting a shirt sponsor. Again, this comes in with the shirt creator thing. If EA could get real life companies to put their brands in the game, people could then customize their shirts with a sponsor and maybe earn some extra kind of currency in the game. This would probably earn EA real life money too by giving brands a bit more exposure in their game. It was just an idea that I had in terms of making the club management in the game feel a bit more close to real life. Again, these things can cross over into clubs in career mode as well. But other than those changes, I'd maybe change the market as well, make it what it was, which once upon a time was something that wasn't limited by price ranges. I think that's a big reason why Ultimate Team is worse than what it was a decade ago. It used to be more fun to have a completely open market where you can set the prices of players and do swap deals. In terms of coins and packs, you know that in an ideal world, I'd remove them from the game. The game would be better without them, but of course EA wouldn't make close to the same amount of money as they do now, so I won't really touch too much on that. But yeah, I think that is everything. In summary, better gameplay, an option to play authentic games, more emphasis on divisions, less grind and competitiveness, get rid of promo cards, split men and women's teams, add a collection book, create your own badges and kits, an improved stadium editor, club finances and sponsors, and finally a better marketplace. And yeah, then Ultimate Team might be playable. So yeah, not much there at all for EA to work on, but honestly, I'd half consider trying this mode if it looked more like this. Ultimate Team now is terrible, and it's too far gone to really get to a level that it once was in its best days. Like I said earlier, comment down below what you would change about the game. I'm really interested to hear the ideas of others. If you did enjoy the video, a like would be really appreciated. If you made it to the end of the video and you aren't subscribed, I recommend checking out some of my other videos and hitting that red button to keep in the loop of future uploads. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.